Playing a C major triad or a C major chord is what we're going to do today. You'll often see on guitar a diagram that looks like this. And the lines that are going vertically tell you what string you're to play. So this is your first string, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth string. The first string is the skinniest string that's should be on the bottom of your guitar when you hold it. And the sixth string is the thickest string, which is right here, that should be on the top of your guitar when you're holding the guitar. And that's what that represents. That's what these vertical lines are telling you. These lines that are going horizontally are the fret bars. And the frets are these little brass frets that look like this. Here's your first fret, second, third, fourth fret, and the fifth fret. This guitar happens to have dots there, but sometimes you don't have those. And this little white piece of plastic here is called the nut. You don't want to play the nut. You don't want to have your fingers really anywhere near that nut at any time on the guitar. Instead of playing like this, you want to play very close to the fret, not close to the nut. You want to be here, not here when you're playing what's called the first fret. So that's what these diagrams are telling you. This has to do with the fret bars going horizontally, and vertically are the string numbers. Now, the finger numbers are written right here on this diagram for the left hand. This is the first, second, third, and fourth fingers of my left hand. Here's 1, 2, 3, and 4. My thumb is not going to be used at all. And the thumb is going to sit right behind, the left thumb sits right behind the second fret in the middle of the neck. You don't want to have your thumb up like this, okay? You sometimes see electric guitar players playing like that, which is fine on an electric. On a classical guitar, you want to keep that thumb in the middle of the neck like this. And with the right hand, all we're going to do today is we're just going to be strumming the chord like this. We're just going to be basically strumming a C major triad with the thumb like this. Just like that. That's all we're doing with the right hand. This video will focus on the left hand, what to do with the left hand. And that's where the thumb is going to go. Now, on these diagrams that you're looking at here, this is telling you where to put your fingers exactly. The little zeros that are above the nut line here are meaning these are open strings that you don't want to touch with your first finger. This is your pointer finger, right? That one that's in that black circle is your first finger right here, and that's going to go on the second string at the first fret, which is right here like this. So I'm going to take my first finger, put it on the second string right there, just like that. And if I play just these three strings right here, this is the open first string, there's my second string, and there's my third string, it would sound like this. Here's the first string, here's the second, and here's the third. That's the first part of the chord. Just see if you can do that right there. Now add the second finger right here to the fourth string at the second fret. Notice that my finger is right behind the fret bar. My second finger now is going to go right here like this. I don't want to play by this fret. I want to be right there, just behind the second fret, and here I want to be just behind the first fret. So now, if I start on the fourth string with my thumb, these are just the bottom four strings. And there's one more note that we're going to play with this chord to make it complete, and that is this finger right here, which is the third finger. And the name of that note is C. That's why it's called a C chord, because there's a little diamond here to tell you that that's the root of the chord. The third finger at the fifth string on the third fret is C on the guitar. That's why this is called a C major chord or a C major triad. And so there's the third finger on the fifth string, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at the third fret. And that's what the R represents. It represents the root. So here's my third finger on the fifth string at the third fret. Now the tricky part about playing this chord is down over here in the first finger. making sure that your first finger is on the second string and that it's not touching the first string or the third string. You want to keep this finger going straight into the guitar like this. I mean, straight in there, just like that. You don't want to be like this, or otherwise you're going to bump into that first string, right? You want to go right in there just like this. And just be careful that you're not touching with any part of your fingertip the first or third strings. And you want to have your thumb pushing this way. So there's like a clamp there. You see that? My thumb. And there's the bottom part. Try to get this right first. Just that chord right there, like that. Before you add any of these other fingers, make sure that you can do this. Then add the fourth string. And here's the fifth string. And that's how you play a C major chord.